For 70 years, space was a laboratory. It was a place for flags, footprints, and scientific curiosity. But in 2026, the high ground has undergone a fundamental transformation. Space is no longer a destination. It is infrastructure. We are witnessing the birth of Orbit 2.0. It's a world where the global economy doesn't just use satellites for GPS. It relies on them for everything from autonomous agent coordination to real-time climate monitoring and high-speed financial arbitrage. Today, we're decoding the massive value creation behind the 2026 space economy. We'll explore the sovereign satellite race, the impending SpaceX IPO that is re-rating the entire sector, and how direct-to-device connectivity is finally ending the era of the dead zone. Welcome to Capital Chronicles. In 2026, the narrative has shifted. Investors are no longer looking for moonshots. They are looking for cash flows. We have reached an inflection point where space assets are being reclassified as critical national infrastructure. This isn't just a label. It's a financial unlock. In early 2026, global governments and institutions like Deloitte and ISPA have recommended recognizing space assets as a distinct infrastructure subsector. This allows for low-cost, long-term financing that was previously reserved for bridges, power plants, and highways. Because the cost of launch has plummeted, we are seeing the rise of sovereign constellations. Nations that once relied on American or European tech are now launching their own national clouds in orbit. This is about more than pride. It's about tech sovereignty. In a world of Phase 2 trade crackdowns and global instability, owning your orbital data pipe is the only way to ensure your agentic economy stays online. The elephant in the room for 2026 is the SpaceX IPO. For years, it was the ultimate what if. But as Starlink's subscriber base crosses 17 million and the Starship program becomes a routine logistics service, the market is ready. A potential SpaceX IPO, with a valuation exceeding $1 trillion, would do for space what the Tesla IPO did for electric vehicles. It validates the sector as a mainstream asset class. It moves space tech out of the speculative growth category and into the long-duration, capital-intensive asset category. We are seeing a mainstream reset. Institutional giants are no longer asking if they should have space exposure, but how much. The IPO is the exit signal that late-stage space tech companies have been waiting for, creating a clear path for a new generation of micro-multinationals operating exclusively in the orbital economy. In cinematic lighting, confident, collaborative gestures. Perhaps the most immediate impact of Orbit 2.0 is the death of the dead zone. In 2026, the era of specialized satellite phones is over. Direct-to-device, D2D messaging and data have become a standard feature of the global mobile network. Mobile network operators are shifting focus from technical trials to tangible returns. In 2026, your standard smartphone connects directly to a low Earth orbit constellation when you leave the reach of cell towers. This is a 1% annual revenue boost for early adopter telcos, but its social impact is much larger. It's the final piece of global connectivity. Whether you are a farmer in rural India or a logistics agent in the middle of the Atlantic, you are now part of the 24/7 autonomous grid. The geography of opportunity is being flattened by a layer of silicon 500 kilometers above our heads. But the ambitions of 2026 don't stop at Earth's orbit. We are seeing the first credible demand signals for lunar infrastructure. With Artemis II returning humans to lunar orbit and China's Chang'e 7 seeking water ice at the South Pole, the conversation has moved from milestones to logistics. We are building the cislunar economy. This includes communications, navigation, and sustained presence. Commercial lunar services are no longer a dream. They are a contracted reality. We are seeing companies provide lunar as a service, from data relay stations to automated mining prototypes. The moon is becoming the fifth durable economic domain, following land, sea, air, and orbit. But this boom comes with a warning. The spatial shift we see on Earth has a mirror in orbit: congestion. Space is becoming contested. With Amazon's Kuiper finally moving from promise to presence and thousands of satellites launching every month, the orbital environment is under strain. Spectrum coordination and space debris management are the new geopolitical flashpoints of 2026. The nations that win the space war won't just have the best rockets, they will have the best diplomatic engineering. The ability to manage your orbital slots and secure your satellite data from AI-driven red teaming is the new standard of national security. The story of 2026 is the story of the total integration. We've tokenized the assets on Earth, we've empowered the agents with energy, and now we have secured the high ground. Orbit 2.0 is the nervous system of the 2026 economy. It is the bridge that allows our agentic intelligence to operate across every square inch of the planet and beyond. We are no longer limited by the boundaries of our atmosphere. We are building a world that is more connected, more resilient, and more ambitious than anything that came before. To keep track of the innovations and strategies defining this new era of sovereign space, you're in the right place. Subscribe to Capital Chronicles as we continue to track the forces building a better tomorrow. Thanks for watching.